I'm joining you today from my office in the Croatian countryside. The rain has stopped, and the next few days hopefully are going to be quite nice. Since launching this show in 2018, so many things have happened to everybody I know. And it hasn't been easy, but it's been character building. Recording this video, thinking about being stretched too thin, really, over the last few days. And I've been remembering when I started this show in 2018, and the real reason that I kind of kept it going is because of nostalgia. I'm thinking back to the time when I recorded 100 interviews in 100 days for the world's largest ebook publishing firm. I'm worrying that you thought I'd forgotten about you and the other loyal supporters who are listening. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity, because the 100 interviews that I did, the 100 expert talks for this publisher, has actually changed my entire life. And I'm really, really grateful for that. And right now, I'm actually stressed because I've got so much to do, and I've been ignoring the obvious solution. I've been reminiscing over history and thinking, oh, well, what if I change the name of this show? What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? And I had the obvious answer was staring me right in the face. Isn't it funny how sometimes you need to just remove yourself from the situation in order to come back with clear perspective and take a piece of paper, like my dad said. My dad taught me this. He was actually Britain's leading business management expert for 10 years back in the 1980s. And he taught me this. You need to take a piece of paper and you need to write on the left positive and write on the right negative, or the other way around. Doesn't matter. And then you make a list of what will happen if you do said thing. And that is, I believe, one of the best decision-making tools that you can use. Yes, we've got AI, we've got all these models, we've got all these things technology-wise, but actually, when you take that piece of paper, it will help you massively to make your decisions. And that's what I did about this show. I was really attached to this show because obviously it has been foundational in building my relationships with people. It dates back to, building authority and credibility is something that it really is not an easy thing to do. And that's why I go back to when IBM invited me to the Futurist program that they launched, and they actually took me to Wimbledon. You can see this picture on the wall in 2018, and those connections that I built there, and the connections that I've built from having Build Business Acumen and being able to contact people and invite them to get involved with what I'm doing, has been transformational. And like many people, I've been stretched far too thin and striving to meet every demand from people that want to be guests on the show, etc., etc. I just decided, do you know what? I hold my hands up in the air. I am human. And you know what? I'm actually going to make a strategic decision to redirect my efforts. I'm going to merge this Build Business Acumen with my primary show, Influential Visions, and you will get that on your podcast app, Spotify, wherever you listen to this, because that is my main show. And thankfully, if I do a redirect, it goes directly to Influential Visions, which is a show that it has a lot in common with Build Business Acumen, but it has more of a technology slant to it. And you will get exclusive strategies to advance your career and to drive impact. You can also, I just nudge my microphone. You can also get access to all the back copies of the Build Business Acumen show. If you just message me specific topics like personal branding, marketing, leadership, etc., those are actually now included in Monday Influencer, which is a venture that I've launched with Stephen J. Manning. He is a regular guest on Influential Visions, on my panel discussions, and he's my business partner at mondayinfluencer.com. And we are having a fantastic time building that business together. And if you want to future-proof your leadership and career, you'll stick around. And I want to thank you for supporting me over the last, it's almost 10 years. What is it? Seven years? It's nearly 10 years since I started interviewing people. And Life has dramatically changed since then for me. I find myself here in Croatian countryside. It's kind of odd, not, when you look back over your life. If you went back and you said to yourself that in 10 years' time you're going to be in, I don't know, Guatemala or something, or Ecuador or whatever, you probably would think you're insane. And it's really quite a interesting time to actually be alive. And do get involved if you want anything specific that you would like to learn about. Please send me an email on info@influentialvisions.com. Happily help you there. But in terms of this particular show, I'm going to be taking down all the old episodes on the podcasting channels, and those will now be in the archives, which you will have access to if you sign up to mondayinfluencer.com. But I didn't come here to pitch that. We are basically building something that is so exciting and so life-changing, not just for us, but for our subscribers, but also for the children who we actually are donating 20% of all income to hungry children's charities around the world. And that really makes us happy. That's something that Stephen and I feel really, really good about. And, being safe is growth. Being safe is not being stagnated. And I wrote that down. I have a few Post-it notes knocking around on my desk here. And all of this information, it serves to pack your brain with great information. And that's just what I did. Why do you think I started Build Business Acumen? It was because I could actually ask the really dumb questions. That really makes me laugh, because actually I can ask people really dumb questions and they don't know if I'm asking that question because I'm actually dumb or because I'm actually looking to learn something that I didn't know. And it's so exciting that at Build Business Acumen, it really did build my business acumen, and it helped to grow the business that was then sold to the largest business publisher of content in the world. It actually helped that business to grow and to be sold. And I'm so excited about the future. Excuse the waffle, but I just wanted to let you know that all of these business leaders who we have now on Influential Visions have been overseeing tens of billions in commerce, and they've built some huge businesses, and they will be sharing career advancement and tech insights for professionals. There's so many amazing people that are part of Monday Influencer and Influential Visions that you are really going to get such value for your career. It's well worth jumping over there, whether you're here on Spotify, you're in iTunes, Apple. It really doesn't matter where you are, but I just want to say thank you once again. And just to sum up what I'm thinking, just take your time. If you are stretched too thin, just think about it for a little while. I thought about this decision for way too long, and think about it for a little while. Strategically redirect your actions, and you will not believe what you can achieve. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Take 7, and I pray that this one works. Peace out.